Is Stefon Diggs the riskiest move of the NFL offseason? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video because Bleacher Report, they gave a list of their top 5 riskiest moves. But before we get into all that, I told you guys on the video on Friday that I'm going to be giving some Twitter shout-outs. If you go and follow me at The Real Alper, first 10 people to do it, I was giving shout-outs. So shout-out to Christo, shout-out to MSI Card, Sir, I can't pronounce the rest of those, I think it's just characters, MISI, Magic Style, 617 Champs, S.A. Morrow, Nick Churchill, Drake May 10 Fan, and Quig 052095. Go give me a follow on Twitter at The Real Alper. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Once again, thank you guys for following me on Twitter. But today's show, Bleacher Report named Stefon Diggs to the Patriots as the 3rd biggest risk of the NFL offseason. We're going to break that all down. I don't really think that was a big risk, but they think that it's a gamble. I mean, you know me. I love to gamble. But here are the top 5 riskiest moves of the NFL offseason. The Jags trading up for Travis Hunter. The Cowboys trading for George Pickens. The Patriots, they mainly put this. They put gamble in every single one. The Patriots gamble to put Stefon Diggs as their number 1 wide receiver. Steelers betting their whole entire 2025 season on Aaron Rodgers. And the number 1, the Seahawks, betting everything on Sam Darnold. Now for me, number 3, I don't really think this was a gigantic risk for the Patriots. You needed a wide receiver. It would have been a bigger gamble if Chris Godwin actually accepted the $30 million contract per year that the Patriots offered him. You get a friendly contract with Stefon Diggs. You get still have a bunch of cap space. And for a guy that's, he's coming off an ACL injury. That is your biggest concern. But with Chris Godwin, he's torn his ACL and he's coming off snapping his leg, and they wanted to go with that. So I really don't think this was a gigantic risk. Bleacher Report had this to say about the whole entire signing. If Diggs cannot regain his Pro Bowl form, he could become a pricey bust for the Pats. New England isn't expecting to be playoff relevant in 2025, which may be why it needed to spend so lavishly to attract an aging, injured receiver. However, helping May develop into a capable NFL starter will be a very important goal. If he can't show growth in year 2, it could lead to some serious questions entering year 3. Now, before Stefon Diggs tore his ACL, he was considered one of the top wide receivers in football. Even when you had all the stuff that was going down in Buffalo, like he was disgruntled, he was being a diva, still put up 1,100 yards. With the Texans, 500 yards in 8 games, almost 50 catches, 3 touchdowns. This is a team that you just say, we're going to sign Stefon Diggs. We are going to give him the money because let's be honest here. What we saw from the Patriots last year, not good. You needed a wide receiver. Any wide receiver. It didn't matter who was on the market. We saw just a couple of days ago that the Patriots were rumored to be interested in trading for Rashad Bateman after getting Stefon Diggs. So they're still in the market for a wide receiver. And you have some solid guys. You have some people like Pop Douglas. You drafted Kyle Williams early. But you have Kendrick Bourne, Mac Hollins, Kayshon Boutte, and we talked about how I think Efton Chisholm's going to make the roster. We don't know if Jalen Polk might start on the PUP list. And sorry, Javon, you know how I feel about you. But with Stefon Diggs, you got not a bad contract either. People want to talk about, this was an overpay. 3 years, $69 million. That's not terrible. You're going to get more value than what they offered Chris Godwin because Chris Godwin is also aging. He's a better wide receiver, or he's not as good of a wide receiver as Stefon Diggs, $26 million guaranteed. But the Patriots knew exactly what they were doing. They knew the risks that they were taking, and they're going to get a lot of value because they put it in the contract. They knew, okay, this is going to be a gamble, but we're going to save ourselves while also helping Stefon Diggs at the same time. Now we're going to break more of the Stefon Diggs signing down and how I don't think it's that risky, but I got to tell you guys, it's been a while since Patriots Today has gone live, and I am going to be going live for my first time as the host of Patriots Today live Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern time, so you're not going to want to miss it. So go ahead, hit that big red sub button, turn on your notifications, or just mark it down. Mark it down your calendar. You can put it on your phone, just type it in. Patriots Today, going live at 5 o'clock Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to have three segments for you guys, and also low mailbag, so you can ask me all the questions that you want to. Okay. Patriots knew what they were getting into with signing Stefon Diggs. No one was like, oh my God, did he tear his ACL? I didn't know. No, they all knew that. And that's why in his contract, they made certain incentives, certain marks in that contract to be like, all right, if he doesn't perform up to snuff, we can get rid of him. $3.4 million per game roster bonus. So he plays more, the more money he gets. $5.5 million in total incentives. If he hits 60 catches, 70 catches, 80 catches, he gets more money. And also, if he doesn't perform, the Patriots can just get rid of him because it's a year-by-year contract. If they have a potential out after this season. So let's say if he does suck. I hope he doesn't. I don't think he's going to, but the Patriots can get out of that contract just like that. And Stefon Diggs, he can prove himself. If he performs great, he gets all of that money. It's a win-win scenario for both of these guys. Like, $5.5 million incentives is a lot of money. And if he gets to 80 catches and he gets to 1,000 yards, which I think is possible if he plays week 1, he's going to get paid, and the Patriots are going to get production out of their star number 1 wide receiver. Do you guys think that signing Stefon Diggs was risky? I don't at all. Not one singular bit. I think Bleacher Report is off the rails. Let's go down in the comments, type Y for yes, or type N for no. I said it was a win-win for both parties. If you suck, Stefon Diggs, well, you're going to have to go find another team. If you win, you're on the Patriots. You're getting paid a ton of money. Patriots, you're going to be successful. You're going to finally get a wide receiver that goes over 1,000 yards since 2019. And everybody's like, oh, it was such an overpay. Well, Milton Williams was an overpay. All right, Stefon Diggs overpay. Well, you still have tons and tons of money in cap space. Talking about $60.7 million. You have a ton. I know. Christian Gonzalez is going to want that contract extension after this year when he's eligible, so you're going to have to pay him, but you still have tons and tons of money. Now, coming up, history says that Diggs won't be great. And I'm going to break that all down for you and give you the statistics, give you the timelines of why this might be a gamble. But overall, I think I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. But before we do that, I got to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is Fanatics. You know, every single week, I find a deal for you guys, and this one right here is a perfect deal. $33.29 for this Patriots hoodie. $50 off. You see I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't care that it's June. I wear them. This is a beautiful hoodie. I might go out and get it myself. I can't decide. Blue or gray. Both are great. So go down right now, chatsports.com/PatsHoodie. I know you guys want your gear. I see how many people check it out. So go down. We're going to have that in the comments and description of today's video. Beautiful hoodie. It's the best deal that I found so far. Easily. If you didn't get your jersey, well, get a hoodie right now, chatsports.com/PatsHoodie. Okay. This was, when I was looking, I was like, all right, let's go look at the wide receivers who's torn their ACL since 2019. So for you guys in the comments saying, you're missing the one guy that's clear, obvious, who tore his ACL? We'll get into that in a second. Since 2019, wide receiver that has torn their ACL have not been that productive. This is a tweet I saw from Jesse Morse, and this was from 2024, so it doesn't include Stefon Diggs on the list. All those guys have torn their ACL in the past 5 years. You see, Cortland Sutton's on that list. He's a guy that's been very productive. Last year, great season. Odell Beckham Jr., Bobby Trees, John Mechie Jr., Michael Gallup, Odell again, Tim Patrick, Sterling Shepard, and Jalen Guyton. Oh, man. And then the guy that sticks out to me the most from what I've seen, like the two guys that I look at and have torn their ACL, is Odell Beckham and Mike Williams. And Odell Beckham was an absolute dog before tearing it. Like you could see right here, when he was on the Cleveland Browns, 1,000 yards receiving, 74 yards, 14 yards per catch, 64.7 yards per game. And then post, Played for 2 teams in 2021, and I'll give it to him, he looked great. He looked absolutely great in the Super Bowl with the Rams until tearing his ACL again. 5 touchdowns, his yards per game went down, his average went down, his receptions went down, and his yards went down. Then we have Mike Williams, who 2022, he was a dog. He was the second guy behind Keenan Allen. 63 catches, 900 yards basically, 14 average, 4 touchdowns, 68.8 yards per game. Well, in 2024, he played 18 games. He played 9 with the Steelers, and he played 9 with the Jets. 21 receptions, barely 300 yards. Like, it's not the greatest statistics, but these guys, I kind of considered them around like Stefon Diggs. They're getting up there in the same age. They're kind of this is what happens after injury. But everybody calm down. There's a lot of exceptions. Cooper Kupp tore his ACL. Jameson Williams tore his ACL. George Pickens, Cortland Sutton, and there's one guy that we are going to talk about who tore his ACL in 2017 and missed the entire season. Very sad. Yeah, Julian Edelman. He tore it. And guess what? Year after, Super Bowl MVP. Come on. So everybody can just calm down. I've just given out statistics here. I don't think that's going to happen. And when we looked at Stefon Diggs in OTAs and minicamp, doesn't even look like he tore it. He's moving faster than half the wide receivers out there. Half of them out there. Like, he's cutting. He looks good. He looks speedy. It doesn't look like a guy who tore his ACL in October. So from what I've seen and just reminding myself, yeah, there's a guy on the Patriots that tore his ACL, and he came back fine. Now, granted, the GOAT was his quarterback, throwing him the ball every time. But after tearing his ACL, he had an 1,000-yard reception season. Are you guys excited to see Stefon Diggs on the field? I am. I can't wait till training camp. July 23rd, people. Don't forget it. July 23rd. That's when we'll see him on the field next. So if you're excited, spam your 8s down in the comments. I want to see it flooded. I want to see it absolutely flooded with 8s. My final thoughts. I love this move. You needed a wide receiver. You got a wide receiver. He's a star. Before the ACL tear, incredible. And with how he looks, it doesn't even look like it happened. So I think it's going to pay off for both Diggs and the Patriots. And yeah, that little out that we're talking about here, it's not going to happen. He's going to be a Patriot down in 2026. Let's get through 2025 first. Let's get through this season first. That's going to do it for today's episode of Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Let's continue this Patriots talk. Let me know what you guys think. My DMs are always open. And as always, let's go Pats.